Hawkeye is finally in production, and the Disney Plus series is going to be packed with tons of Marvel characters. Haley Steinfeld is officially joining the MCU as Kate Bishop, but she isn't the only new character appearing in the show, and the current cast includes quite a few Marvel Comics favorites. I'm Greg Elliott with Screen Rant, and here's every confirmed character with a spot on the Hawkeye roster. We're just gonna skip over Clint and Kate, as they pretty much should be a given at this point, but there's an important member of the team that you might not know. The Guardians of the Galaxy have Groot, the Mandalorian has Grogu, and Hawkeye has Lucky the Pizza Dog, the one-eyed golden retriever who stuck with Clint and Kate after they rescued him from Ivan Banionis, a member of the mafia group known as the Tracksuit Draculas. While Black Widow still isn't out yet, one of the film's biggest characters will be joining Hawkeye as a series regular. In the comics, Yelena Belova does take up the name Black Widow after Natasha's death, and while we don't know yet how Florence Pugh becomes a part of the Hawkeye storyline, that does mean that Clint could potentially still have a Black Widow, even if it's not the one that he fought side by side with for all those years.
Just like Budapest all over again!
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
While Daredevil ended its Netflix run back in 2018, one of his villains will be making the jump from page to screen in Hawkeye. Newcomer Alaqua Cox will play Maya Lopez, otherwise known as Echo, a deaf Native American vigilante similar to Taskmaster in that she can copy other people's moves. Her dad, William Lopez, or Crazy Horse, will also be in the show, played by Zahn McClarnon, who in the comics at least was working for Kingpin until he was killed by him, and then Kingpin blamed Daredevil for it in order to get Echo to take him out. And we're also getting one more villain in Casimir's Casimirchak, a deadly mercenary otherwise known as Kazi or Clown, due to his growing up in a circus family who's worked for Kingpin, the Owl, and the Tracksuit Draculas, who in Hawkeye will be played by Fra Fee from 2012's adaptation of Les Mis.
Clint, you should not be here.
I retire for what, like 5 minutes and it all goes to
Tony Dalton will also be joining the cast as Clint's mentor Jack Dukane, better known in the Marvel Universe as Swordsman, who debuted way back in the Avengers number 19 in 1965. He's the one who trained Clint, but has a bit of a complicated role in his life, having at times been both an ally and an enemy. But by including him, it will allow Hawkeye to explore Clint's life prior to his debut in Thor and show us how he got to where he is today. And in addition to Kate joining the MCU, we'll also get her mother, Eleanor Bishop, played by Vera Farmiga. Now, Eleanor's got a bit of an interesting history in the comics. For a while, she was thought to be dead, but it turned out she was actually alive and working for Madame Mask, a villain who's already been in the MCU in Season 2 of Agent Carter, although we don't have any idea if or how the two shows or characters will tie into each other. It's very likely that more characters will be revealed as production continues, and while Hawkeye is currently set to come out in 2021, at this point it wouldn't be that shocking if it ends up with a 2022 release on Disney+. And with the addition of Yelena Belova, we wouldn't be too surprised if a few other recognizable MCU characters popped in for a guest spot or two. We'll be here to keep you in the loop until then, so thanks for watching Screen Rant. I'm Greg Elliott, and we'll see you next time.